Welcome to RIT's Interior Design Department. My name is Courtney Treveldi, and I'm a third-year student here as an interior design major. Here we have some of the junior level model building that's happening. This is for a retail design space. The program that's given is followed. You have half-inch scale that you're working with. This is a model that's in the process. This is a model that's almost done. The junior and senior areas have these dedicated workspaces. You get your own desk and your own locker. We have a mini fridge and a coffee machine, so students can dedicate themselves to being here, doing their work fully, and not have to move their materials back and forth. It's a really, really big plus. In here we have our resource library, which is a wonderful asset. You have a lot of the junior and senior level lectures given here. Since the classes are small, RIT has provided a much more intimate space for these lectures to occur. You can do studying in here, as well as check out any of our magazines, articles, and there is just an abundance of textiles and finishes that students can take for their projects, get inspired by, and a lot of them are donated, so it really helps eliminate some of the costs that these projects can have. There are 8 working computers in here, and it's open pretty much anytime you'd like. So if you come on in, I'll show you. We also have the state-of-the-art plotters here. There are 2 of them, as well as state-of-the-art commercial printers. So this is great for floor plans, presentation boards, architectural drawings, anything that you could come into contact with, you can do in here. And our lovely model making shop. So again, students can come in here, they can work. There's an abundance of materials available. There's a woodworking shop right next door where students can learn to use power tools, which again is a wonderful skill to have in the field, as well as our supply shop run by our fantastic Rick, who I know is in there somewhere, where students can buy materials. So again, it's a fully functional area. You can get your materials here, you can get your resources, you can communicate with other students, and the faculty offices are all on this floor. So there really is this sense of community and connection for the students to have, which I believe is one of the reasons that this program is so successful.
My name is Joel Ogden. I'm a 3D digital graphics major, and I'm about to give you a tour of our department. So over here we have our break room, which is, as you can see, stocked with a nice mini fridge and table and such, a couch which we do a lot of sleeping on during finals week, and so on and so forth. Our game research studio, which is equipped with a big screen TV. We also have video game systems which are able to be checked out of the cage upstairs. Then we could research numerous game platforms and the newest video games that are coming out, and make sure that we know the newest products that we're trying to keep up with. Okay, so this is our projection studio in through here. We also do digital theater out here. As you can see, we have 3 projection screens and projectors that are high resolution, and we also have a green screen that we're able to set up in here, so we could do digital compositing and everything else, using chroma key and all that. You know, we're able to set up all the chairs and everything to set it up as a stage, and we've actually had full-scale productions in here. Okay, so one of the biggest features of our major is the whole community element. You know, we're still a pretty small major. So far we've only had, I think, 4 or 5 alumni, but they've gone on to places such as DreamWorks, to Bethesda game studios. So as you can see, this is where we pretty much do all of our hanging out, all of our relaxing and enjoyment. Everybody doing a video tour. Matt, duty. Yeah, so this is our main lab in through here. We have a bunch of box computers which are set up to do 3D, and they're all equipped with the latest 3D software, Maya, After Effects, Mudbox. A couple of them are even equipped with special programs like Filter Forge and View and things of that nature. So it's a really great lab, and it's where we spend most of our time. This is where we hang out. It's really a great time. So as you can see, our labs are also equipped with the Wacom Cintiq tablets, which are able to be painted on directly using the Wacom pens. And we use them to work with programs such as Mudbox and also Photoshop. So you can manipulate your models directly, or you could also paint on the Photoshop layers directly and do your concept paintings and also really cool concept models and everything else. Okay, so this is our motion capture facility. It shoots motion capture data without the need for the whole motion capture suit with all the little dots and all that. It's actually a very cool system. We have a class going on right now that captures all the data, and then you're able to put that into Maya, which is our animation program, and then animate your characters that you're also building in other classes. We really start using Maya and all those other programs right off the bat when you're a freshman. And then as you go on, once you hit the sophomore year and junior and everything else, then you start using the programs like Motion Builder, and then you start getting into motion graphics and all the other specialized fields, and then you start really choosing the direction that you want to go with 3D digital graphics.
Hey everyone, I'm Vicki. I'm a junior in New Media Design here at RIT. I'm going to be showing you around the New Media Lab here behind me. It's pretty much the place where all of us New Media students gather, whether you're a freshman or a senior, in class and out of class, to work on projects and collaborate on teamwork. You can follow me. We'll head in. There's a lot of couches in the front for people to hang out, so you'll see people there.
Mike, are you confident that we can still do the winter using things and get stuff done?
And as we head farther in the lab, you'll see lots of our cool equipment. All of our computers are really new. They have lots of top-of-the-line software and a wide variety to meet all of the requirements for our projects. Some of our computers have these cool Cintiq monitors where you can actually draw right on the monitor with a pen, so your drawing goes right into the computer. We use all this different software to make anything from traditional websites to mobile applications to 3D models to interactive installations and animations. We kind of do a little bit of everything. If you'll follow me through here, you can see some more of the computers, and you'll see a green screen in the back here behind me. That's for doing any sort of video shoots. There's also a sound booth attached to the lab for recording any sounds that you might need to record. If you head over here, you'll see a little bit more of the customizable part of the New Media Lab. We have desks that can move around for students to work on team projects. Right now, some of these students are working on projects for their senior team project, which is a 2-quarter project where we add students from our sister program in the Golisano College of Computer Science and Technology to join in with our New Media students and make one big project over 2 quarters. So again, more of that collaborative stuff. That's a lot of what we do in New Media. I'll head back over here, and we'll see a little bit more of the space. Another nice thing we do in this New Media Lab is host New Media Club events. Our New Media Club has mentor nights as well as other events where we bring in alumni, guest speakers, all that sort of good stuff. The mentor nights are really cool because upperclassmen get to help underclassmen, so you get any sort of help that you need. Because of those, we all end up being like pretty close, pretty good friends. It's kind of a small program. It's pretty tight-knit. It's been only good experiences here. So I hope you guys had a good time, and swing by RIT.
Hello, my name is Ben Hudson, and I'm a 4th-year industrial design student here at RIT. You're standing in the middle of our industrial design studio. Here, juniors and seniors will spend time working on their individual projects, although it tends to get fairly messy, and that's just kind of a byproduct of the way that we work. In addition to individual student desks, we also have collaborative tables that students can work on in cross-disciplinary projects, as well as projects with multiple design students in them. The nice thing about our studio is it's an open-air studio. all the desks are in one area. We've got juniors and seniors all sort of mixed in together, and so there's a lot of social interaction that goes on. We'll pull late nights in the studio, get some tunes going, and you know, just have some fun. So this is what we call the sanding room. If you look up on the wall, we've got covered tons of just random materials. It's a sort of a general acceptance that we can find pretty much anything in here, depending on what you're looking for. Springs, raw materials for wood. We tend to make a lot of mock-ups out of yellow foam, which is this stuff right here, and it's really easily sculptable. And then we just cover this in plaster and paint it, and you can get a really nice photo finish model. This is our tool room, and it's managed by our shop technician, Rick Auburn. In here you can find just about any tool imaginable. This is the 3D printer that we use in the industrial design program. Basically how it works is it's a vat of cornstarch that you got a print head that comes over right on top, and it prints a specific layer of epoxy resin on top, and that hardens, and then the vat moves down just a little bit, and it covers it with cornstarch again, and the next layer is printed. And what that allows us to do is get extremely detailed models from computer models that we make upstairs. So this is the Industrial Design Department. I hope you enjoyed this tour, and we'd love to hear from you. Please come in, and we'd be happy to give you a real tour.
Hi, my name's Nick. I'm a fourth year graphic design student at RIT, and where we're standing right now is one of the classroom spaces. There's actually a class going on right now. So on our left, we have some display cases of student work within the graphic design program. Imagine RIT, they're the Imagine RIT posters, which is an event on campus in the spring, which is this big festival every year at RIT. And one of the class projects for graphic designers is actually making posters, and the work is changing constantly in here between different classes in graphic design. But yeah, these are the posters right now, are the Imagine RIT posters. All right, so further down the hallway we have the graphic design studio. It's a nice meeting place for the graphic designers. It's our space. It's where we can come any time of the day, and we can meet other classmates, meet with faculty members if we wanted to in the studio. There's lots of equipment. We can actually head in now. And there's a lot of space, because a lot of times you might feel confined to your computer or something at home, but there are spaces on campus like the studio where there's a lot of room to spread out and work. There's actually 2 people in here right now. Hey, Will.
Oh, hey, what's up?
So some of the equipment we have in here, cutting tables, other tables. There's some more comfortable chairs over there. We also have a pretty large, like, personal library of design annuals, books on illustration, web design, graphic design, obviously, and all sorts of things really that you could pull inspiration from, that you could work into other projects. So we also have a great library on campus in general, but within the studio there's one that's more confined to graphic design theory and practice. So it's pretty nice to have it in there. There's all sorts of other, like, paper swatch books, Pantone books in here as well. But that's the graphic design suite. It's a nice place to meet and just, like, hang out. You can work on projects, or just, like, you can be here any time of the day, and there's always people in here, so it's pretty nice. And over here we have a lot of lectures actually that are really great for the design school in general, graphic design included, obviously. And this is a place where you'll see a lot of the events happening on campus related to graphic design. So this is just the design lecture series, and those happen all throughout the year. There's very prominent designers that are doing some very exciting things, and and they're coming to RIT and talking about it, so that's a great thing for us, and the students and the faculty get to benefit from that, so that's pretty nice. But we can head out now and take a look at some of the other spaces. Right now we're in the Vignelli Center, which is one of the great things for students at RIT and the design program in general. To my right, there's some of the industrial design work from abroad. I think they've gone to Scandinavia, furniture design in Scandinavia. That's where it's from. So this is just part of and it's a beautiful gallery space. There's always very exciting things happening here. When you're a senior, when you're graduating, for the past couple of years, there's actually been the senior walkthrough at the end of your 4 years at RIT in the graphic design program. It's all set up where this is where you display your work, and it's a great walkthrough. It's a great experience as a senior. And if we head this way, we can actually take a look at some of the Vignelli's work. And our connection, the resources that students have to some of graphic design's artifacts throughout time is really some of the best in the country. It really sets our school apart. Our collections are, as good as any museums or gallery in general. Just the resources that we have as students in graphic design. We have some really nice things here. To my left is some of the collections of the Vignelli's work that RIT has. This is where it will be. It's available to students, and this is really what, to me, I passionately think is one of the things that sets our design school apart, our graphic design school apart, is that the collections that we have of designers, some of the greatest designers in graphic design, we have such an extensive collection of these individuals, and it's really I know I really enjoy looking at their work firsthand and not seeing it in a textbook or seeing it in a presentation. The work is really here, and it's a great thing to really look at, and it's worked into the curriculum, which is nice too. The professors make a point to, get the students to see some of the greatest work in their field, and it's a great thing. It's no other school has the kind of collections that they have here, especially for graphic design, and it really sets them apart, which is just something that I think is really great for our school. So, thanks for watching. I hope the virtual tour was helpful to you in some way. If you ever want to see the facilities in person, feel free to stop by. There's always someone willing to help you out.
Welcome to the Computer Graphic Design Digital Studio. This is where you live as a graphics design major. The computers are stocked with all the latest software, and we have access to assistance if we have any problems with the computers literally right across the hall. These guys are here all the time and they're awesome. We have a sofa, which is frequently used because a lot of people do spend the night here. And we have we have our little kitchenette in the corner with a microwave where we can eat all our meals and talk about our projects while we're eating, or run and grab a bite and then get back to our work. We also have lockers that we can use pretty much 24/7, bring your own lock, so if you have little projects or stocks of paper that you want to keep here, you can. And we have access to a printer here so that we can print out final print jobs. It's only black and white. We usually use the hub or the ISL upstairs to do our final projects. Over here we have PCs, 4 PCs, also updated with the latest and greatest equipment and software. And you can see we've got 2 students working on final projects. I believe the girl in the red is working on part of her thesis. And it's beautiful from what I can see. So these 4 are PCs, everything else is a Mac. And we do have Wacom tablets and iPads that we have access to if we're working on that technology, or we're looking to do mobile apps. And I believe they're going to expand the number of iPads and other devices that we have to work with. So we have 3 screens. I think the green screen that's in here right now is for a particular projection project that is coming, I believe, next fall. It's part of a thesis project. But normally we just use the 3 screens, the one behind that, and all the equipment for this, which is pretty, it looks more scary than it is, but we've got a couple of, a lot of the final project that gets projected, you're already doing, say, up in our CGD lab. You don't have to be down here. But this is where you do the mixing of the lights and the coordinating of all the panels and which panels you want active and which you don't. We have an extensive sound system here. And this, again, is accessible 24/7 with a key card to grad students.